My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to the giant mountaintop catacombs here in Elden Ring. We've discovered one boss as well as one extra dungeon down here for ourselves. Wait a second. I may have made a mistake, actually. I thought I had discovered two different dungeons, both with bosses, when maybe I discovered one with the door and one with the lever. I'm gonna run through the one that had the lever in. For just a moment. Ah, never mind. Two different bosses, I was right. Root resin is actually pretty good for me right now, since I'm starting to craft greases a lot more of the time. Big turtleneck, lightning grease. Oh! Ulcerated tree spirit. I should probably just do jumping attacks here and give up any attempt to do charged R2s, but I really like doing charged R2s and I'm currently buffed for doing them, so... Yep. I knew we were going to get the knock pretty soon with that opening. I'm going to follow up the charged R2. One shot? No kid. Well done, ulcerated tree spirit. So that will be holy damage that they were dealing with the AoE there. I can wear a Haligdrake talisman. Also, I can change my... Because there's no Stake of Marika immediately outside here for me. Yeah, so we have a couple things we can change. We can adjust the Wondrous Physic, because I'm not going to be doing charge attacks specifically here again. Make consecutive. I like makes attacks more likely to break enemy stances in Mixed Physic. I like the idea of doing that for a bit. Temporarily boosts holy attacks? No. Temporarily boosts holy negation would be nice. Boost all poise, boost all damage negation. Yeah, I'll go stamina as well as the stance break there actually. And then I'm going to take Dragon Shield Crest is still pretty good. Really, I'll drop that for the Haligdrake, I think. I really want to drop Claw. I don't think so. I really like Claw. Huge amount of damage for us. I think I'll use Blood Flame this time instead, though. Did forget about that. Oof. I was too trusting there that I wasn't going to be taking a hit if I didn't attempt to maneuver. No. Alright, I gotta make sure that I send this back up every attempt. Because the run pass is gonna have to be smooth. Great Violets aren't the easiest thing to get, so I guess while I run past them, I should probably get them. I've never seen a patch of Great Violets, let me say that. I've never seen, I've never gotten two at the same time or three at the same time. So even if I always collect them when I see them, I probably only got 30. If it turns out they're useful, probably going to regret not having taken them every opportunity. Root resin? Thank you. There's that blood flame. Let's go. Actually make sure I get my 50,000. So I'm not so certain how long that'll be available otherwise. Damn it. Oh boy. I mean, they didn't do a huge amount of holy damage, but I'm not doing a huge amount of any. So I would take their holy damage dealing to me over mine to them right now. A heartbeat. I thought it was going to be close enough to just ride that out. There we go. Let's get the knot. I'm going to see if I can use this time to buff my weapon before I go for the crit. Nope. Couldn't do that before going for the crit, but I did get a huge amount of damage out of it, so I don't know if I can really complain. Uh-oh. Okay, I've been caught in there more. I'm spamming to see if I can reduce the damage at all. Let's deal with this more traditionally. Run up and get him. Glovewit Picker's bell bearing, as well as a golden seed. But oh no. Oh wait, that is the death root? I was about to say, but oh no, they didn't give me the death root. That means there must be another boss in this dungeon. But no, they did actually give me the death root. So the other boss is even more hidden. I mean, I'm assuming there is another boss. If I am down here and I rest, do I have the ability to teleport away? Wow, I do! Maybe it's only an item. Wait, why did I even try and go in there? Every single... I'm my own worst enemy. Just trying to keep my skills sharp, make sure that I've really been practicing. If I don't constantly feel like I'm bad, actively, I might become cocky and arrogant. I can't have that. No, 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 no. I will instead always feel like I'm terrible at everything. That's the optimal solution. Let's go down. And then send it back up, and then go back down. I do not mean to be making things difficult for you. Elevator at all. This is just the requirement of the situation. So there are stakes of Marika, or there is a stake of Marika down there. So I'm assuming I'm probably not going to have to come back up. And also that I'm not going to have access to a Site of Grace before I really go for the fight down here. So I should try and keep as many of my flasks as possible. In saying that, what we also need to do is try to keep... Okay, literally nothing on the bottom. Cool. In saying that, what we also need to do is try and keep myself as healthy as possible without using flasks. So, playing as safe as I possibly can, using bestial vitality, things like that. Maybe raw dumpling if I'm safe. Wasn't expecting the magical swipe. Thankfully, I don't need to. What? Not entirely certain how I managed to not follow up that hit there, but okay. I'm gonna have to make sure that my bestial vitality is basically running the entire time. What? Frostbite? I cannot believe that first one managed to swing entirely under the jump of the enemy. Ugh. Love it. Yeah, it's such a small area. No reason not to do it that way. All right, game. I was about to say, can't wait for you to tell me why I should still have left that in that corridor going. It's because there's another one there. So this one was just to hide the other one's existence. I'm gonna pull out the Jar Canon. Seems a way better idea than just letting that one hit us. I'm gonna get the greatly boosted physical damage negation as well instead of the holy damage. Uh-huh. 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 I mean, I can literally hear you. Not gonna surprise me like that. I've been around. It does look like maybe there's no boss to this area of the dungeon. In which case, it's all in service of just getting this one item. The Fire Monk Ashes. Enroband, not really much clarity on who that person is. I don't imagine there's going to be a secret pack here, but could there have been? Yeah, sure, totally. That makes sense why I can still teleport out of here, because even when they have been attempting to hide the presence of a second boss, you still haven't had the ability to teleport out of these areas if one isn't dead. Huh. I'll do a little bit of backtracking just in case I run into a room that I was like, oh, obviously there's another path out of there. Ah, bah, bah, bah. And then continue, but I think we might be done here. We should have a look at those Fire Monk Ashes. See if they give us a juicy bit of lore. Fire Monk Ashes. Ashes. There we are. Fire Monk Ashes. Summon the spirit of great fire monk, spirit of a stout monk who monitored the giant's flame. Verse in fire incantations, he himself steeled against fire. Though he was charged with keeping watch over the flame, after many years of solemn duty, he has succumbed to its lure. Right, so we see the origin of the fire monks there. Neat! Glad we finally found that. We can take that marking off of the map now. How many of these are still that unexplored? Because we did largely explore this one. And a reasonable amount around this one, but this largely feels like it was just the boss arena. So we would just be leading up to and across at this point. There is all of the Freezing River that I have still not really spent a huge amount of time in. Let's give that a look over. So Freezing River. Oh, there's also more of the Blood Lake. You've got to remember, there is a second layer of the map that I do need to inspect. Smithing Stone 7s in this? Has to be, right? Hey, buddy. I promise I won't kill you if you come and help me with them. Yep, it's over here. It won't take but a moment of your time. Oh, why am I buffing? No, it's completely different. I had some excess mana. I needed to get it away. Oh, no, I'm not locking onto you. No, I'm strafing for different reasons. Why are you running away? I've been so clear about my completely stellar intentions for you. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Can I get a thwap here? Come on. Come on. Really need to come closer again. Please continue forwards. Otherwise, I will have to strike your feet to give you... Yeah. Now you know I'm serious, don't you? Please. You simply must. It is so close. At this point, you almost have to try not to hit it. Well done. Some Smithing Stones 4. I think I literally need one more. Yeah, I need one more 7. I'm gonna make absolutely sure, but I did pick that up, right? The gold leaf. Sorry, not gold leaf, gold seed. And no is the answer, so good thing to have checked. I'll destroy your legs as well, I think. Damn it! Oh, getting out of time. I'm doing this because I suspect there is a possibility that they will drop a Smithing Stone 7. I don't think it's likely at all. But will I look like a predictive genius when it drops? No, because it doesn't. Gotta save the answer for the right time, you see. Enemies around every corner. Any of them guarding an item or a tomb entrance? No? Very well then. Keep your secrets. There's no tunnel in and amongst that area, right? Because we can drop down to pretty much any area over there. But I've neglected to do it before because I was just pretty sure there wouldn't be a dungeon involved. Or anything. Okay. That's ish where we are. Got it. So I got to the freezing lake and immediately rode away from it. But, in my defense, I made it very clear that I want some of Smithing Stone 7s, and there were a bunch of them over there. I can find another one of those in a late area, because I haven't seen those mostly since quite early on in the game, in fact. I tried going up there at nighttime, didn't I? Boundary on the left. I think the one on the inside-ish I've already taken. There's no giants in this area, so I can't imagine there will be another statue. Also, who are the statues of to be in these specific areas? Oh. I went from certain it was an NPC to certain it was an enemy to not being able to target it to certain. Ah, yeah, certain. That means it's an NPC approaching. It's a corpse. NPC, corpse, item. The Souls game. Sometimes it's all three. Those are the really tricky ones. I really want to go back to the center of the lake. That is the only frozen lobster I've seen. Sorry, buddy. You have the dubious honor of being the only enemy of your kind in the area, which means I have to kill you. White flesh, never mind. All I needed to do was roam very, very slightly further, and we've seen they're not unique at all. Now, I will note, these enemies are probably large enough to destroy a statue if we happen to find one. Some Smithing Stone 9? Smithing Stone 7s! That's actually incredible. Giant Crusher is suddenly far, far better. Someone call the large club. It is crying. Giant Club, I think it's called. I don't even remember its name at this point because it is so far past relevance. Table of Lost Grace. Now, I also do have this death root, which I should go and hand to Garank as we continue to possibly wrap up even Garank's story soon. Can't imagine there's that many more opportunities for me to get death root in the game. 6 more 8s. That's a lot. That is a lot that it's going to want. But I have the Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone for the next level after that. It can have Troll's Roar on it. I'm not using Prelate's Charge at the moment. But Prelate's Charge is also cool. So while I'm not using it at the moment, it is one of the most useful. Let's drop off the bell bearing we picked up as well. See if Ofnir has anything to say.
There are 4. Nicola, his twin, Luna Prince, and Rania saw here. If you should learn, I'll trade. We both as such.
I spammed through that because we already knew all of that. I wanted to see if there was any new line of dialogue after going through it. Not that I expected there would be, just in case. So much grave Glovewit. Underground, we have a lot more of this area to explore, specifically the Pool of Blood. Let's go to the Palace Approach Ledge Road. This line down here, right? So I'm looking ultimately to go into the middle of that large section. We can see a item in the distance. In fact, a sprig of the air tree there with a golden seed at its foot. Another item over on the left. Doesn't look like there's a huge amount in the area. Possible that there is a interactable that will revolutionize that, though. Interesting. Does the height afford me anything? I don't think it does. It's just a curiosity I can get up there. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if I found something here like another coffin that goes back to an earlier area. Ah. Tiny little exit on the left to get out to it. Although maybe this isn't the... isn't necessarily the intended method for getting here immediately. I mean, they'll see me pretty easily. I should probably take care of one of these. Nomadic Warriors Cookbook number 27, I should also... Sorry, 24, I should... keep in mind. Ooh. So it doesn't decrease your danger, but you do get down on the ground. I'm very surprised that we didn't manage to knock it ages ago. That is a huge amount of poison damage I was doing across that. I should probably buff this weapon. Blood-tainted excrement. I still don't know what these mean, these kind of explosions. We've seen them in the Aeonian Rot Swamp as well. It almost feels like they should Oh, these are actually active, alive dogs. They are lead dogs as well, so I know their reputation. I was trying to defend with a weapon, not cast anything with it there. Again, I was trying to defend with a weapon, but I forgot I was one-handing it at the time. How dare you? The final enemy managed to get me. Probably on the final hit they had access to as well, let's be real. I was probably just going to slam them. That's fine. We can round this corner. Very quick to get back there with the path we've discovered. Although, that might break the back of wanting to full complete it by killing all of the enemies in the area. For me. Yeah, especially because the bird respawned. Sorry, we're just running through this time. One Rune 11, Smithing Stone 6. Clarifying boluses as well. Please let me get away. There's no need for that to follow me this much. Safe little alcove here for an arterial leaf. Nothing else, unfortunately. Probably one of the least possible valuable purples we could have at this point in the game. Ooh, Helic Drake Talisman +2. Legitimately a huge pickup. Anything else? Because I think we're rounding out the entirety of Border now. Yeah, this takes us back to the preluded. Alright, it's pretty good. There is more to this though. Because I know there's an area that has... Yes, this. The juicy Albinaurics. Actually, I can summon in this area as well. Honestly, when you're doing general exploration, maybe it's just right to summon constantly. Oh. Those are the heads of juicy Albinaurics in the area. Oops, forgot about that. I mean, like, should I just summon Jarite? Sick him? Like, I'm fine if Jarite decides not to combat any of them, but maybe he does. Maybe he does really well. Nah, he seems to be prioritizing sticking near me, unfortunately. Dang. Toot your unholy toots and summon your unholy summons. I'm not intimidated. I'm also pretty sure that I have now discovered everything in this area there is to discover. Literally all of it? Certainly feels like it is literally all of it. There's a couple of items, if I recall perfectly correctly, that we can access by jumping off of some of these later areas. In particular, there are stone pedestals like these that we can get some height and then jump off in order to get to a little bit more value on the road. I mean, I wouldn't pay them much attention, except for the fact that I am exactly... Wait. No, I'm not exactly one smithing stone... I'm not exactly one smithing stone 7 away anymore. I got the smithing stone 7 already. Oops. While I'm here, I guess I'll still check him out then. Especially since it's very easy to teleport away. I thought they were relatively early on, but they may not have been. Yeah, there's nowhere comfy to land from there. This leads into its own area. Drops back off into an area we've literally just been, as well as an area that we can't get. I'm pretty sure, in fact, that we've completed everything inside the Moghwyn Dynasty. Dang. So it won't be anywhere near the imprisoned merchant. I guess it could be even earlier on? Can't even imagine where it would be. Honestly, I've probably gotten the items by now. Well, let's take your mark away. And thank you to the kind commenter who made me aware of what it was in this area I was still leaving. There was an Onyx Lord that I was incapable of killing, and I was very befuddled by the puzzle that stood in front of me afterwards. I had raised a platform with the enemy and I on it, and didn't seem to be able to set it back down, but clearly needed to be able to get back up to fight the enemy. There's just a little ladder that I managed to miss over the, I think, 15 minutes I spent puzzling looking for it. Whoops. I think it is... Wait, what? Was it not there? Uh-oh. Nice. So I'm smithing 6. Wait. Oops. It was a staunching bolus for blood loss prevention. Thankfully, it didn't take me too much time, and I still had the ability to get out the actual bolus I wanted afterwards in preserving my life. Alright. Where are you, Onyx Lord? There's also an item up there on the right. That's how it should have gone the first time. Would have saved me a good couple moments. Alabaster Lord's Sword. One of the reasons I did want to kill him was in case they dropped a unique item. They do not drop a unique item. It is, you know, quote unquote unique, but I also have had that item before in Somber Smithing Stone 9. As it turns out, because for a very long time after this, I did not have a Somber Smithing Stone 9. As it turns out, this would have been a much more useful path early. Why? Please. And as otherwise suspected, nothing else. Ooh, hang on a second. Do these symbols mean more to us now? I think they do. So they have a full humanoid form. However, there appear to be tentacles emerging from beneath their cloak. They are wizened. They have no facial malstructure. So I don't believe they are an omen. They are holding these, what I previously thought were, you know, swaddlings, like children swaddled in cloth. They appear to be holding halves of a tablet, of a stone tablet. They don't intentionally seem to be mirror counterparts of one another. Rather duplicates. There's a hermit merchant down there, as well as the Angelsor River downstream. Nextella. All Palace and the Angelsor River main. We're pretty deep below Raya Lucaria specifically. Like, exactly even? So we're looking at multiple ages of the world. Because if all of this, we're to believe, was sunk, if this city was not initially underground and was instead sent here, then we're probably to assume that it existed in this area that is now the lake of Liurnia. But Raya Lucaria and the Carian royals, they're well established in this. So how many ages over which are we talking about the evolution of this world? And also, if Nokron is the Eternal City, Noxtella is the Eternal City, and there's the Nameless Eternal City, are each of these fragments of the same original Eternal City? Don't think I'm gonna find many smithing stones here, to be honest. Unfortunately. But there is that mausoleum which we haven't accessed in any way. There's a spirit spring over there that seems to be able to send us up. I imagine that is how I'm going to load myself on in. Even some glovewood, so you can tell I haven't been over here. Let's try the boring traditional path first. Arterial Leaf 5. Actually, very quickly, I'm also going to check what the book 24 was. Swampot and Roped Flypot. Swampot and Roped Flypot? Ah, throw enemies release a swarm of flies. Enemies release a swarm of blood flies upon them. The vile swarm deals damage and builds up the onset of blood loss. The cacophony of their wings assails the sanity of berserkers. The maggots found in waste feed on blood and turn into vicious flies that are pitiably short-lived. And in addition to that, the roped fly pot for similar. Neat! Those are actually quite powerful. Anything on the other side that you want to fall down to? Because we definitely need to fall down to this. Wow, there actually is a spinning stone 7 here. I'll draw all my sandbagging. I mean, I do actually need 8s now, but... I was wondering if that was going to kill me. Okay. I don't know if this is going to be enough to get me atop that. I'm pretty sure I just have to wait for it to go to the right spot that I can jump to the top of. The only problem is not knowing what the right spot is. By the time they get close enough to anything for me to utilize it, I'm probably not going to be able to get there in enough time. Let me get this item. Try not to kill me at the same time, please. Right in the head. Good shot. Good shot. But thankfully, they aimed just to the left of my brainstem. So I'll be kicking around for a while. So they have, to the letter of the law, followed what I asked them. Don't try and kill me? Nope, they just tried to maim me. Well, I mean, one of these paths has got to get me up to that collectible. Yeah, it's jump off of one of the extensions of the branches of this tree in order to get there. Yeah, I'm probably not going to be able to do it now. Am I? Oh, maybe. Ah, and then up here I have to destroy enough of these for it to go down. Beautiful. Something beautiful about performing this kind of maintenance. If you could just give me a power washer, I would actually really like to go over the rest of this as well. No extra charge. No charge at all, in fact. I get it. It needs a little bit of moment to transition from being an object to being land. Ah. I think that slew all of the headless soldiers in the nearby area. Interesting. I do want to very quickly check under this because it's giving a lot of cover. Okay, cool. I still don't really know what to do with these. I mostly just use them for what feels like at this point a kind of pitiable amount of souls. The Bloodlord, the Omen King, the Blasphemous, Full Moon Queen, the Fire Giant, the Lich Dragon, the Natural Born, and the Ancestor. I don't remember off the top of my head which of these gives me the most, but they're all within like 10,000 of one another. So I'm pretty sure I could get away with doing that one. We'll drop the tag from the Nameless Eternal City. See if I have the ability to bank a level before I forget at the start of the next episode. And indeed we do. So we'll sit down, put that into vigor, and then say that my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Elden Ring. Serious playlist is up at the left. YouTube recommendation is down below. String past the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. And a reward the thank you and a special thanks to this episode to moms. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.